So first thing we're going to do is right click in on the chart and drop down to settings. The settings is going to open up as a white kind of like toolbox in the middle of the screen. The first thing that we're going to do is go to appearance, and we're going to start to customize this thing. I hate the white background, so I'm going to change mine to black. Actually, today we'll do gray. That's fine. Vertical lines, I don't need them. So what I do is I click on them and I drag the opacity all the way down. I don't want to see them. I don't need the horizontal lines either. Drag the opacity all the way down here. So I don't see them. They're just not necessary. The session breaks, that's the day changeover. That's important. So I definitely want to leave that on, and I like it to be black. It helps me. Now, you can see we can't see any of the text because I made it the same color as the background. So let's change that to white. It'll stand out really nicely, and we can make it a little bigger there, size 14. Now, check out the scales text. What that's going to do here is make the kind of like the perimeter color change. So we want to make sure that that is also legible in white, so we see that very clearly. The watermark is the currency pair name. You can see it in the background. I don't keep it on because I think it's distracting. See it there? So I just keep the opacity turned down on that. Navigation buttons, always invisible. Top margin, bottom margin, you can customize that if you'd like, but that's the basics on the appearance that I think you need. Now jump up to symbol, and what we're going to do is change the candle colors. If you follow me, you know that because we trade Forex, we don't need to really distinguish the candle colors between red and green, because you can normally read if it's a bullish or bearish candle if you understand how to read bars, because there's very few gaps in Forex. So I can put all of my candles to white, right? Make them completely white, and that way I remove the potential for some type of move to create an emotion within me to make me feel like I'm missing something, basically, to chasing a trade. If I make everything white, I don't see 4 or 5 big red candles go in a direction and have me trying to chase after it. So I make it all white, it just removes one of the emotions, and I know because I can read a chart, this is a bullish candle. The next candle opened here and closed here, that's a bullish candle. And the next one, a bullish candle. Like, I can read the chart because every candle opens where the previous one closes. Now, for my analysis, I don't use volume, so we'll click the volume indicator and delete that. Our candles look good, but now we need our indicators. So let's go back to the top. Let's type to the public library, ASFX. Let's add the TDI, the EMAs, and the ADR tool, all 3. We'll hit the X, and there's our indicators. So now let's resize this a little bit. We'll drag this down. And if you ever want to make an indicator fatter so you can see more of it, click on the price on the right side here and drag it up or down to make it fatter or skinnier, right? EMAs look pretty good. We can click the drop-down menu in the top left here, and we can just check it. You can see I can actually customize the color. Let's say I want to make it very vibrant yellow. I can make sure the opacity is turned up on all these so we can see them really well. The darker colors, I don't need them as much. That looks great. The ADR tool, that's on there. We can make that invisible just by clicking this little eyeball here to hide that for now. And then we'll close that menu up. So now we look pretty good. Things are developing nicely, just like a trade. Now, one thing I do also want to change here, go to the top left, turn dark mode on. I enjoy it much better. Now, you can see when you turn the dark mode on, it might change a couple of things. So really quick, we're just going to go back in and make our changes. White bars, white wicks, just like that. Appearance, background looks good in black. These lines, we can just get rid of them, turn the opacity down. So you should know how to do this by now, right? And now you're good to go. Dark mode looks good, much better on the eyes. The candles are very vibrant, and now you're set up with my charts, just like that. Your period separators, your day changeover is right here. It's that vertical line, and now we're ready to do some analysis. So if we take a look at GBP CHF here, we can actually draw some analysis using my favorite drawing tools. So let's pull up a trend line. Actually, let's start with a text tool. This is what I love to do to start the day. The first thing that I notice here, using my TDI, using my price action, is the divergence above. So that's what I'll type in here in the text. I'll make that a little bigger so everybody can see it. Drag it over here so we can see that. And you know what, just so I can make it very clear, let's brighten this up a little bit on the TDI. Make this yellow super strong, right? Green, super strong. And these levels here, let's make them white just so they stand out even better. Bang. Look at that, beautiful. Now we can see the divergence if I blow this up a little bit more. You can see here, if I use my trend line, and what I'm going to do just to pull out the favorites bar is show you. So what I did was I turned it off and turned it back on, and that made the favorites bar pop up. So now what I can see is this RSI is falling. You see my purple line there, and price action is rising. And that divergence on top tells me that it might be a bad idea to be looking for longs here today. We've talked about that in some other divergence training videos that I have on the channel. Now, this video today is not a trading education video so much as it was meant to be just a Tradingview setup tutorial kind of video. So I hope that now you understand how to set up the charts, how to use Tradingview, and how to make your charts look just like mine. This is basically the same setup that I'm using every day. I think my charts are just not as black in the background. I think I have it like 1 or 2 shades of gray lighter than that. But other than that, this is how I'm using the charts. These are my favorite tools. You see them right here, basic measurement tools every single day. So I'm hoping that now you're starting to put the whole picture together. And the last thing that I want to touch on in the video is how to measure risk reward using the short and long positions here. So let's say, for example, and let's erase all of our stuff here. Not our indicators, let's erase our drawing tools. Let's say we potentially were going to go short here at the high of day, when it retested the high of day. You would be able to come in and draw a short measurement tool like this, and using the red and green for the stop and the take profit, the red being the stop, I'm gonna make it bright so you can see it, and the green being the take profit, you can measure the potential risk to reward. So here, if you knew your stop was gonna be 127.05, that's the price right here, that's about a 10 pip stop. And if you knew you could see this thing fall to the low of day, down here, 126.58, that's 36 pips away. So now you're able to measure risk reward at over 3R and determine if it's a good trade setup. You can't determine if it's a possible trade for you to be taking if you don't measure risk reward. So without the short and long measurement tools, without some type of measurement tool, you shouldn't even be trading. So make sure you really practice on some chart markups, some demo trades before you go in and throw live money into the market. But these measurement tools are a must. You have to know what your risk is and your potential reward before you click the button to get into a trade. So I hope this video helps clarify not only how to use Tradingview, but how I have my Tradingview set up. If you have any other questions, if there's anything I didn't cover here today, please drop a comment down below. I'm more than happy to make another follow-up video or send you a message directly and cover that answer for you. If you have any questions and you want to learn about the strategies and the systems that I'm using and that people all over the world are using to become consistently profitable as Forex traders, just hit the links down below. I put information on the starter pack, the beginner course, and all the other information that you guys would need to join our team. As always, I really appreciate your time, and I will see you guys in the next trading video.